Yo, is the camera rolling? You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's... Alright, seems like it is. But yeah, it's good to see you guys again. I'm not gonna lie, I wanna say thank you to everyone who's been showing up to the channel. Obviously, I know we don't have much subscribers because this channel is still new and I'm still uploading, I'm still getting into the hang of things, but seeing the views compared to the subscriber ratio, I wanna say I really appreciate you guys that stay tuned and watch my videos. You guys are real ones, man, I can't lie, and I just want to say thank you so much, and I hope you guys can continue supporting me during this journey. And yeah, that's all I want to say, just thank you for everything, and let's get into the video. Let's go. Okay, what's good YouTube? It's your boy Shantaril. Today's video is going to be slightly different, but then again, it's very informative for people who are trying to start a clothing brand, who already has the clothing brand, and maybe, you know, people who want to just have a bit more information on what they need to add or what they need to have as a clothing brand owner. So yeah, let's get straight into this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into this video. I'm not gonna waffle, I'm gonna make sure that this is very, very simple and clear for you guys watching. So let's get into the video. All right, so this video is gonna be a very informative video, and the reason I'm making this video is because I feel like I want to tell people who watch me the things that they need. I'm gonna get into the nitty-gritty. I'm talking about everything, so pretty much what you're gonna need. So in terms of like software you're gonna use to make your clothes, websites you're gonna need to, equipment that you're gonna need, websites. I'm gonna get into everything that you're gonna need for your clothing brand, and I feel like everything I'm gonna say may not be it may not be like everything, because obviously I don't have everything a clothing brand owner is supposed to have. There's certain things that I may not mention in this video because I don't have it, or maybe I don't feel like it's 100% needed, but I'm just gonna tell you guys the things that I feel like a clothing brand owner will need. So yeah, let's get started. So let's go. So the first thing I feel like a clothing brand owner needs, so let's start off with products, technology. Let's get to that first, and I'm gonna move into like the other stuff that you're gonna need. So in terms of products, now I mean technology. So for me, I'm speaking from what I have and what has helped for me. So I feel like the first thing that I'm gonna tell you guys that you should probably have, that is gonna help you down the line, will definitely be having a good lighting slash maybe a good phone. You need your phone torch, but let's just leave that for now. Leave the phone torch for now. Having good lighting is important. Now you can invest in a ring light, you can invest in a softbox, you can invest in any sort of machine or whatever that gives you good lighting. Because the reason why I say this is because if you're gonna be making videos on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube, you're gonna wanna have good lighting because your videos can't be dull. Now, for me, I say this because I feel like it's heavily needed, because I take photo shoots for my clothing brand. So pretty much what I do is I get my clothes, I put them on the floor, I then angle the lighting towards the clothes itself, and then I take pictures with my camera, but I'm gonna get into that as well. So I feel like having good lighting is essential. This isn't even a debate, it's not an option, it's something that you need to have as a clothing brand owner. Whether you're taking photo shoots for your brand, whether you're taking photo shoots for people modeling your brand, whether you're just recording a YouTube video like the way I'm doing a YouTube video right now, it's very important to have, and it's something that you need in your collection. So yeah, take that note down, because you're gonna need good lighting and you need to invest in one, because I'm telling you, a lot of these places you be taking pictures, I've seen a lot of pictures that people be taking, the quality is bad. You know, the picture itself is good, it's just that the lighting isn't there. So it's like, you need to invest in a kind of ring light or softbox, you know what I'm saying? Those are the two main ones that people usually use, and I have both of them. So yes, invest in that. It's really not that expensive. You can find a good one on Amazon for less than £50, you will be fine. So number two, this isn't really something that everybody needs, but I would highly suggest you have a camera. Now, if you have a phone like me, you know, iPhone 14, 13, 14, 15, 16 upwards, the camera can do just fine. But I feel like why having a camera is even better is because there's a lot more settings. You have a lot more control over your pictures or your videos, whichever one you're going to be doing, and you can really go into depth when it comes to settings, the lighting, the size of the picture, and there's a lot of details you can really do on a camera compared to just an ordinary phone. So I feel like having a camera, because I have a camera, I'm recording off a camera right now, obviously my phone is in my hand, and the reason I'm saying this is because when you have a camera, not only does it look professional, but at the same time it kind of gives you a brand, not even just you, it kind of gives you a brand, a more of like a professional look. So like, let's say you're taking a photo shoot, or you want to just do TikToks or Instagram or vlog for your brand, you know what I'm saying? It looks more better, it looks more professional. The quality again is a lot better too. And yeah, I just feel like when you have that, people will look at you and be like, oh, he knows what he's doing, he's more serious. But I'm not saying you should go and spend hundreds or thousands of pounds on buying a camera. Like I said, your phone will suffice. But I feel like if you have the money to invest in a camera, I will highly suggest doing it. And it will just make your quality a whole lot better, your videos a whole lot better. When people look at you, they'll kind of know that, okay, yeah, he's really serious, because he's invested a lot of money into a camera that he's using for his photo shoots or his vlogging or whatever they're going to use the camera for. So I would say invest in a camera only if you have the funds. If you have a phone, you can still manage it, it will still turn out good, but I just feel like a camera it's just up there, you know what I'm saying? It's really up there. So that's number 2. Now number 3 is a microphone. Now you guys can see I am using one on my, oh no, it's on my hat right here. I attached it, and obviously there's a receiver on my camera. I would say audio is probably the most important thing when it comes to content creation, not even just for clothing, but just content in general. Audio is very much important. If you don't have audio, you don't have good audio, I don't care how good your video is, I don't care how informative your video is, it's not gonna do well, because if people can't hear you, or there's so much background noise, like, they're just gonna click off the video, and you're gonna get less views, less engagement, and people just don't want to listen to someone who's just mumbling under a microphone. So you need to invest in a good microphone. If you're wondering what one I'm using right now, I'm using the DJI Mic 2 microphone that is attached to my camera, and is also attached to me too. So these microphones, they're not cheap. This one goes for 200 plus, but then again, it's very much worth it, because you get 2 receivers too. So you can attach it to yourself and attach it to someone else, and the quality is amazing. You guys are hearing my voice right now. I know the audio sounds good because it's got 32-bit float recording, it's got internal recording. So in case anything happens, like I lose my audio or the camera off for some reason, the audio is backed up into the receiver, so I mean the transmitter. So that's why you need to invest into a microphone, and this can also connect to your phone too, so don't worry about it being just for the camera. It can also connect to your phone, so don't worry about that. But yeah, audio is very, very important. People need to be able to hear you clearly, whether you're in a quiet room, or you're out in the city, or you're in a shop, or wherever you are that's just busy and noisy. People need to be able to hear you properly, so that they can understand what you're saying, and it just looks more professional and sounds more professional at the same time. So definitely invest in a microphone. Now that's number 3. I feel like I'm gonna leave it at that when it comes to like on the tech side of things. So I'm gonna move on to online things that you're gonna need, like softwares and websites you need to use. Now this one, it might just be long, but I feel like it's worth it. So I'm gonna start off with editing softwares. Now for me, I do YouTube, I do TikTok, and I do Instagram Reels. So I'm pretty much a full-time, part-time content creator. But like I said, I do a lot of these in my free time like I'm doing now. So in terms of YouTube, I would suggest you use DaVinci Resolve, Adobe Premiere Pro. However, you do need to pay for Adobe Premiere Pro. I don't use that anymore, I use DaVinci. I stopped paying for it because I felt like DaVinci was just doing the exact same thing Adobe was doing. Adobe just has a little bit more effects and that, but yeah, DaVinci is a lot easier, and it's pretty much the same. It's just like an easier version of Adobe. But yeah, you need to have a good editing software for YouTube videos like this. If you know how to edit, that's even better. If you don't know how to edit, There are YouTube videos that you can watch on YouTube. Just type in how to edit this, that on the platform that you're going to use or the editing software you're going to use, and then obviously watch the video, and just as time goes on you will learn how to edit. So you need to have a good editing software. Now if you're someone who does content creation on their phone, you record on your phone and you're basically uploaded on Instagram and TikTok and Snapchat, then I would suggest CapCut, because I feel like that's the software that everybody uses. It's kind of like the app that everyone's on when it comes to like doing TikToks and Instagram Reels and that. So I would highly suggest using CapCut, because there's a lot of varieties and there's a lot of effects, and it's just very open to a lot of people. Depending on, it doesn't even matter what kind of content you do. I feel like CapCut, you can edit anything on there. Like there's these people who do cinematic kind of editing, Netflix kind of editing, movie production kind of editing on CapCut. So I would highly suggest using CapCut, because CapCut isn't just an app for just one particular niche. You can use it to edit whatever you're doing. So I would highly suggest using CapCut for your editing if you're recording on your phone. Now let's move on to the editing softwares or the apps you can use to make your designs. Now for me, I used to use Photoshop. However, the laptop I was using that on is no longer with me. The laptop isn't working, and now you have to pay for Photoshop. I had it for free then. I had a 2020 version, so I can't use it anymore. But if you are on a budget or you just can't spend money at this time right now, you should use Photopea. So that's Photopea, photopea.com on Google. It is pretty much the exact same as Photoshop. Maybe there's a few things you can't do, but it is very, very similar. Even the whole layout looks the exact same as Photoshop. So if you can't afford Photoshop, use photopea.com, and trust me, you can use it for your thumbnails. You can use it to edit anything. If you feel like that will be a bit more complicated for you, you can use Canvas. You can use Canvas to do your, was it Canva or Canvas? You can use that to also edit your designs, your clothes. If you're someone that does YouTube, you can use it to edit your thumbnails as well. So I would say it is very, very useful, very, very helpful. It's also free to use, so you can use that to help you with your designs, mock-ups, your tracksuits, t-shirts, hats, whatever you're going to be designing, you can use that. Now that's number 2 for the apps and softwares. I feel like I could add more, but I'm going to leave it at 2 because I feel like these 2 are the most important things you need to use when it comes to starting your brand. So obviously making your brand logo, editing photos, videos on it. It pretty much does all of that, so I don't need to get into too much detail. I don't need to waffle along. You guys kind of get what I'm trying to say. Obviously, as time goes on, you will learn how to use it, so it is very, very effective. It's very, very easy, and it can cover a lot of things, especially if you're just someone that's starting up a clothing business. It's going to be easy for you. So yeah, I would say that. What else do people need? I would probably say, I feel like the ones I mentioned now are the most important ones that is mandatory for you to have. Obviously, besides the camera, the rest is something that you really do need to have. I would say when it comes to the content you're doing for your clothing brand, for example, if you have friends, family who are willing to also help you, I would say, take the help, because obviously every little help matters. You know what I'm saying? If you have a brother or a sister or a cousin or any kind of family or friend that's willing to help you, let's say, for example, you're looking for people to model for you. If you have friends or family that want to model for you for free, then get them to do the modeling for you and start posting it. This is going to help boost your brand in general. It's going to help get you more customers down the line, and it's just going to make you as a business person stand out more, because everything you're doing is kind of professional in a way. So it is very good to have family and friends help you model for your brand. If there's something that you don't understand, obviously you can ask them. They might have a clue on what it is that you need help with. They could help you. I had a couple of friends that were helping me. Even when I was editing my videos, I never knew how to edit. I had one friend who would tell me what to do here and there. Sometimes He would even edit an entire video like this for me, and he'll send it to me, and then I'll upload it on YouTube. Yeah, so like I said, you need to have someone. If you don't have someone, that's fine. You can still do on your own, just learn. It'll just be a bit harder, but you will still be able to manage by yourself. But it's a whole lot easier if you have friends and family there to help and support you down the line during, you know, whatever you're doing with your business, whether it's a clothing brand or whatever kind of business you're doing. It's good to have them around because they can really help you. I feel like I might need to make a part 2 on this, but I feel like I've mentioned the main things. Obviously, there are more things, like there's things I didn't even add. For example, a self-storage unit. I don't have a self-storage unit yet. I do plan on getting one in the future, hopefully by God's grace. What that basically is where you rent out a storage unit. You know them big buildings that say self-storage unit? You basically have like a mini garage or whatever you want to call it, a storage. You can just put your clothes, you can put whatever you want in there. Pretty much a lot of clothing brand owners, what they do is they rent that out for months. Obviously, I don't know the kind of contracts you have to fill in on that, but I'm not going to get into that. But yeah, they rent it out, they pay every month, and they pretty much, that's where they stock up all their clothes. So when they get bulk orders, they stock it up in the storage unit itself. So let's say the ones they already have at home, once those are like sold out, they can go back to the storage unit, get all the ones they have there, bring them back home, and then start shipping them out. So it's kind of just like a storage place. Obviously, your house may not be that big to store so many clothes stacked up in your room, for example. You may not have that space, so that's why a lot of people go for the storage unit, because they need space in their house, but they can't just fill up their whole house with just clothes and clothes and clothes and clothes and boxes. It just doesn't make sense. So yeah, I didn't touch upon that because I don't have one. But like I said, that's only going to be needed when you're actually getting sales and getting customers buying your clothes consistently. That's when you're actually going to need that storage unit, because like I said, if you're getting hundreds of orders or thousands of orders a month, you're not going to keep all that stuff in your house. You're not going to have the space unless you got a garage in your house, or I don't know, some sort of mini house in the backyard. Then you're probably going to need a storage space, because yeah, it's just a lot of boxes and you just can't leave in your house. So I feel like I'm going to wrap up this video here. Like I said, I'll look back and see if I did miss a few things. If I did miss a few things, then I will make a part 2 for this video. If not, I'll leave it at this, and I'm going to get to the fabric, cheap versus expensive fabrics, and the fabrics that you need to use, the fabrics that are more durable, more reliable. And you know, I'm not going to talk too much on it, but I will make a separate video on that. Like I said, I will see if I have to make a part 2. If not, we'll jump straight to that video. But yeah, this is where the video is going to end. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications, leave a comment in this video because it's really important. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care. It's your boy Sean Real, and I'm signing out once again. Peace out.